Hi there, Afro here. So this is the first part of the three-part first episode of the Super Smash Flash 2 podcast, the Flashcast. Up until Trawl leaves, the audio may sound choppy because I took the audio from SoldierSunday's stream. That's because Trawl didn't have any audio due to him leaving so early, so you can blame Trawl for that. Um, anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy.
Sit.
All right, so good evening, everybody. This is Afro Warrior. I'm here doing the Flashcast today with some very special guests. I've got SoldierSunday,
What's up?
got Proto,
What's up?
got Traw, also Hilda,
What's up, man?
and we got Gosick.
Wasn't there another one I'm
Morning.
missing? There was Traweezie, Hilda, and then what was the other one?
Proto?
Dad? Question mark? Are you talking about that?
Your other alt.
That's my other alt. Oh yeah, are you talking about the one for my stream?
Damn it.
Rega?
Yeah, that's what
Rega.
it
That?
is.
Are you
Rega.
talking
That's
about?
what it was.
Yeah, okay.
Is that
I
another
don't know
anime
his
character?
stream.
The anime character, yeah.
So many, dude.
All right, so how are you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty fine. I just got sick recently, so my
Yeah.
voice is a little bit, more raspy as usual.
It comes with the winter holidays spirit, I guess.
Dude, I haven't been sick in like a long time, in like 5 years. As soon as I got sick, I was like, oh my god, do I have strep throat? No! That I was gonna go to hospital or something like that. So my week's been pretty fine.
I'm doing well. I've got 3 more exams next week, and then that's them over for 6 months.
Is it finals or
No, it's just prelims.
no? At least you're not gonna die just yet.
Just yet. Soldier might die though.
Are you in college, Gosick?
No, high school.
Because they got some weird stuff going on in Europe, like if you're, people
Oh,
in
I could go
college
to
at,
college, like, as a course.
oh,
Oh, like a half and half type of thing.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah. Anyone else want to talk about their day today?
How was your week, Proto?
It's pretty alright. Kinda just been doing a lot of work. Not fun, but definitely haven't run into anything bad. Normal week.
How have
Very
your streams
normal.
been going?
My streams, I've only done like maybe 2 this week, and they went pretty okay. One of them had some guy trolling me the entire time, but failing, so that wasn't very fun.
Yeah.
But the stream I just had,
Pro was like the king of the trolls.
yeah, you can't troll me because I was one before, so it doesn't really work out.
It
But-
really doesn't.
My last stream was actually really fun. Played all you guys, had a fun time talking. I'd say it's been a good week so far.
Yeah.
Good.
And your viewer count has been going up as well. You got like 14 or something today.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
God. Ah.
We're working our way up
Yes.
there.
Yeah, just like me with my 9A streams, man. Working up there.
Getting the Smash Flash
Yo,
name out
remember
there.
when I streamed 9A?
Dude, I remember when the first time you streamed, I was like, who is this kid? He's so cool. He's got the long hair. He's Scottish.
He's white.
He's white.
That accent, though.
So what about Traweezie?
How was your
Uh,
weekend, Traweezie?
Yeah, it's been alright, man. Just chilling, just streaming stuff, and having a lot of fun.
Man. Traweezie got like,
Developing chill.
Traweezie got like 60 viewers and shit, all the time.
This guy.
And
Yeah.
Never. Well, wait. Do you stream SSF2? I haven't personally
Yeah.
watched your stream, but
Yeah, I do stream SSF too.
yeah.
He's more of a crusade
Yeah,
guy though.
Yeah. Like, I stream SSF2, but it's just like, when I stream SSF2, it's like,
Song request.
I don't know. It's just BS, yeah, pretty much. And people
Yeah.
like the song requests.
People love the song request. I love the song request.
Cause
Yeah.
I know where that all of it.
Oh my god.
I know people like it, but for my streams, I prefer to just not do it. I like listening to my own music, and I kind of don't want to hear trolling music that I will not catch randomly. Because I know that's happened to Traweezie before, where he hears the John Cena song at like freaking 100 volume, and it like destroys his ears when he's playing a match.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I thought
I'd rather
that
not
the-
deal with that.
I figured the
personally.
ear destroying would probably empower you. You know,
I
Give
gotta
you some
finish
of
this
that
match just to
rage.
turn off this goddamn song.
I don't
Yeah.
think it
Not
would
me.
empower me because I'm
I do
already
not.
like
If I'm not listening to my Japanese music, rip.
fucking weird.
Rip.
Listening to Naruto
That's
openings
the
all day.
Oh, I only have one. I only have one, man. But
Sorry.
He gotta meet
Yeah.
so
So you know, my my day was pretty good. Basically slept for most of it. Played some
Wow.
Smash Flash. You know,
the dream.
Yeah.
yeah. Day off. You know how it is.
Are you trying to get better at Smash Flash 2, Afro?
I don't know.
Come on,
Like,
man.
I kind of want to, but at the same time, it's like, how does the best become any better?
Wow.
That's really thought provoking and dumb at the same time.
Philosophical, man.
Man.
I've never heard such truer words in my life.
Thank you. I try.
It'd be cool to
So-
see a top Sonic player. You know, we got Light2Key. Miracle 7 was a good Sonic player. Then he
Define good.
he did Double Jump Bear one time, and that was pretty cool.
This one time we did double jump there.
It caught me off guard. It's a good edge guard.
I personally rank,
Good one.
in terms of Sonic players, I rank Light better than me. I'd say Miracle is too, but I think he's just got better fundamentals overall. Mine are kind of trash.
Yeah, I could teach you Sonic, man.
Speaking
It's
of
not like
that,
it's a hard character.
He is.
should
he
we
doesn't-
like?
What do you do in the neutral?
How do we all get into this community?
How did we?
Yeah. Let's start with Afro, I guess, since we're on him.
Yeah, we haven't heard yours before. We've on our streams, we've all talked about how we got into it.
Yeah.
Alright, so, basically, I believe it was like middle school or so, back when I was a young pup, and I found Super Smash Flash 1 because I was kind of like, I wasn't competitive on Melee or anything, but I found Smash Flash 1. I was like, oh boy, I can play this on the computer in class when I'm like trying to learn, but I don't want to. Great. So started playing that, and I kind of got into it a bit more at home. Did the whole right click in order to cheat and unlock all the characters and all that fun stuff. But yeah, I just kind of liked it and set it down for a bit, mostly because it was the only Flash, or not Flash, but Smash game to have Sonic at the time,
Yeah.
and the original characters that I love so much, like Blade, Blue. You know who I'm talking about. But,
Mr. Incredible.
Mr. Incredible, gotta love him. I never unlocked him though. I forget how. I don't remember how you did it, but
Oh my! I forgot how you had to unlock characters in that game. I completely forgot about that.
I think it was story
forgot.
mode and certain things you had to do.
Yeah.
I just remember Mega Man X being like really OP because whenever you charged at him and like you just shot something at him, or he shoots something at you, right? And for some reason, like the faster you're running towards someone, the quicker you basically like die.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I played it. But yeah, so Brawl was coming out and I was all hyped out for that. And I come to find out that, oh, hey, let me check out Smash Flash 2 or Smash Flash. And turns out, oh, they're making a 2. Oh, they're making it bigger and better than ever, and based on Brawl. And I was like in heaven for a little bit. And I remember playing the very first demo, and it was just like these green blocks.
Oh
with
yeah.
Naruto, Ichigo, Mario, and I forget who the last one was.
Kirby?
Kirby. Yep, Kirby. And I think it had Smash Balls then too, because I remember them being. You had to like pick them up on the ground or something. And, that's basically how I discovered Smash Flash 2. And I wasn't a huge part of the community or anything. I basically joined in for like a few seconds, and then like I got bored, and then I, came back over and over again throughout the years until 0.9B came out, and that's when I really started to like become in the community. Because online was basically a thing then, and it was like, hey, now I can show everyone else how great I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, stuck around for online pretty much, and I kind of got absorbed into it. That's basically my story for it.
Which demo do you think had the biggest jump in quality?
There was one. The only one that I specifically remember was there was one where Naruto's down B could consistently be spammed in the air with like, and you could have like 6 clones going on the screen at once. And that was personally my jump in quality at the time because I was a total weeb. But
yeah,
I think it was like serious noticeable jump in quality was 0.6 maybe. That's when I noticed that it was kind of like, I thought it was like, okay, it shouldn't take too much longer to get this done, but hey,
Here we are.
here we are.
Wahoo!
What about
Okay,
you
so to cut
guys?
through the dead silence.
What about
next on my screen is
Gosick?
Pro. Oh, okay, me.
Gosick, let's hear how you got started with the community because the first time I remember you was just you
Okay,
streaming on the McLeod Gaming forums, and that was it.
okay. Imagine just before the Smash documentary came out, it must have been.
Oh, you're a documentary kid?
No, I was pre-documentary.
Oh, okay.
So like literally just before it dropped.
Yeah.
My friend was like, "Yo, did you know? Like, remember that game we play for fun occasionally, Melee? Yeah, there's apparently like a competitive scene for it." I was like, "Yo." So then I started looking it up. I like joined the Smash UK, Smash Scotland Facebook pages, but I don't have a GameCube or a Wii or a CRT or Melee. So I was looking for alternatives, and at the time I couldn't run Dolphin because I didn't have the right drivers or whatever. So I found Smash Flash 2. Then I played that for a bit, and then I joined in 9A. It must have been like halfway through 9A. Yeah. And then I was like, I was just playing this for fun, and I started streaming it. And that's how I met like SoldierSunday and Araka and all that. Then I left the community for a while because I was caught up in my own stuff. Then I rejoined a few months later, and I was just watching Soldier streams. And then he was basically like, what was it? Yeah, he invited me to a group called Flash 2 Unofficial. And that's when I started meeting people, and that's when I actually became active in the community.
I think the name before that was Flash 2 Streamers.
Yeah, it was Flash 2 streamers.
Tyler knows
'cause
about it.
Yeah, it was like Araka, Descended Son, TylerTM, all that.
Yeah.
That was when it had only like 20 people in it, wasn't it? Whatever, yeah. That's basically my root story.
That's interesting. I didn't know that the Super Smash Bros. 2 group was called that originally.
Yeah, it was since there was like Tyler can correct. Tyler can like help me out on this. But I think the story goes how since everybody wanted to stream, right? But everybody wanted to stream on their own schedule, not to take away from the viewers. So the F2U streamers group was made just to decide the schedule for each individual streamer. Because I streamed a lot, Tyler streamed a lot, and then your dad streamed a lot as well. And then
Oh, your dad, yeah.
after each stream, we usually just like, oh, now I'm streaming. Oh, no, I'm streaming. So it's just like an hour stream, then another hour stream. And it was like pretty much endless content for Smash Flash 2 at the time. Like 5 hours a day.
This was 9A, remember, so it
Yeah.
was either people playing against CPU, people practicing tech, or your dad playing with his roommates, but not roommates, friends.
Just to
I'll get into that in a second.
just to say or clarify here, your dad was a dev previously, not like someone's father playing the game.
Yeah, your dad is his tag.
It is his username. He was a player as well.
Yeah.
And he did it out a kid.
Clarifying for those who are new. But go ahead. Sorry.
And that's how the group was made. But since like no one was streaming, or everybody just dropped off, and then I was the only one streaming, we might as well started just adding different people into the group, and then that became like a huge hub for everything Smash Flash 2 related, and that's how like we all met each other. You know, there was a lot of old school people like Camden, Red, Yanni, Traweezie, everyone else.
Oh, Yanni.
That's how we all got started. Like talking to each other through Smash Flash 2. Then became F2U unofficial, and then
I'd say I'm probably like the newest person here out of all of us, except maybe Afro.
I'm definitely the most newest.
Yeah, probably second newest
Wait,
out of all of us.
to Flash 2 unofficial or to...
Yeah, to FTU. Probably.
Okay.
I know Gosick was there before me.
Yeah,
I joined when it had like 20 or 30 people in it.
gotcha. I was there when there was like 6 people.
I think I was there when there was like 4,000 unread messages.
Dude, oh my god, that was really
Yeah.
cool. That was really
Shouts to
cool.
nostalgia.
Yeah, like each day I would go and there was like 4 grand new messages.
Mm-hmm.
Just like trash talk and fucking
Yeah,
jokes.
that was fun.
That was
That
really
was fun. When Nog was there? Yeah.
So I think when Nog died, that's when the activity died.
That's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I don't think
That
I can.
Yeah, well, they weren't linked. It was just happened at the same time.
And then it picked back up with at least like 1,000 messages a day, and that was really cool. Because a lot of activity was going on, and just a lot of information was being shared between Smash Flash 2, and that was really cool.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Back in the late days of 9A and the early days of 9B. All right, Traweezie.
Yeah.
You're next.
Wait, am I next? So,
You're next. The
all right,
Crusade
so,
guy.
oh boy. Well, pretty much, let's just say, I'll go like how I met Soldier and everything else, because I followed the game way before that, the Flash 1 or whatever. I used to play that a lot, and then that's when I started playing Crusade around the same time Flash 2 was being developed, and I liked Crusade a lot better than Flash 2 at the time because it had way more content and it felt a lot better at the time. So then I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then after that, I guess you could say fast forward into like the demo 8 or whatever. That's when I played it for like 10 minutes and I was like, oh man, I hate this demo. So then I stopped playing it. And then after that, that's when 9A came out and I was like, oh, this game feels a lot better now. It's pretty cool. So then after that, 9B came out. Or 9B was about to come out and online was about to be a thing, but before that I met Soldier through playing, I guess, Mugen or some shit, and then after that it was me, him, and Ross, and then that's when Soldier decided to add me into the Flash 2 group, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So then that's when I met like everybody else in the Flash 2, whatever, and then that's when online first started playing, and then now we're here today. It's the short version.
Yeah.
Because I don't feel like talking that much. Yeah.
Traweezie was kind of a big name because he was like a really good Ishigo, and then He was pretty much the Crusade guy.
Yeah,
Uh,
like it was like you don't even play this game, but how are you
Well,
so?
that's what it is nowadays anyway, too.
yeah. How are you
Yeah,
so good at this game, but you still play Crusade? Whoa, that
yeah,
stuff.
yeah. It's really hard switching between games because they play so differently.
Yeah. I personally represent the IRC group, basically. I think of all the people that went on the IRC, it was pretty much Hilda first that came there.
The original crew, what was that? It was Jamie, Afro, Miracle 7, me, Traweezie,
Yeah.
Raymo, PP style, something like that.
I don't think I
Yeah,
was there
something like that.
during the first few times.
It was on Mibit originally.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
where I basically got known in quotation marks from the IRC. But yeah, there was like a big back then. There was like a lot of weird, like we're here and they're in their own group, so we're just kind of separate. It was kind of weird at the time how it worked.
I acted as kind of a carrier of information at times between FTU and IRC.
Yeah, you and what was his name? Kohu or something like that?
Kohyu. Cohiu.
Yeah. I heard that, oh, Afro Best Sonic. I'm like, oh, that's sweet. But I can't tell them that because I wasn't in the group. But yeah. The
Yeah, I remember-
IRC
Oh, go ahead.
was... Oh. The IRC was basically... what it was like a chat room where it's basically Anthers before we got accepted to Anthers, basically, and we could just find games, chat, do all that fun stuff. But after Anthers, we basically started up with our Slack group, and that's basically how we all kind of keep in conversation now. I personally left the F2U group not too long ago. I think it was like a month or two. So I don't know how it's doing currently, but when I was there, it was...
It's still dead. The only reason I'm actually in the group anymore is for when we're doing group calls. It's just efficient, I guess.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I'm in there either.
The group
It's
calls
not
are really...
what it once was.
Yeah, it's not what it once was.
Yeah, the group calls are very interesting, though, from what I've gathered.
Because that's when all the people who just don't talk anymore, they still can join the group call,
Yeah.
Like Firewater,
Firewater's really laid back.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, cool guy.
Never talked to him.
The history of, like, online communication was definitely Skype, Mibit, IRC, then Anthers. Those were the four big ones. There could
And
be,
then now
like...
Slack.
And then Slack, yeah, the five big ones. There could be, many other different communities out there that we don't know of, but these are the
Well,
ones
there's the
we know.
Facebook group.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's the Facebook group as well. But I think that's where all the, newer, more casual players go for
Yeah.
competitive conversation. Air
Yeah.
quotes, big air quotes.
Semi-competitive.
Why is Naruto top tier? Anyway, when the Mibit was created, there was like a huge, divide, because why would you go to Mibit when Skype was there, and why would you go to Skype when Mibit was there?
Yeah, I heard
Two
that argument a
communities.
lot. Yeah.
And then there was
Yeah.
people like me, Red, Rainbow PP eventually joined the Skype. That were
I
between
remember in
both.
Soldier Stream, IRC versus the people in the call. Uh,
Yeah. The other big
We're going
one...
to talk about Soldier Stream crew battles another time. That deserves its own podcast.
We could talk about, Proto just taking 7 stocks,
Oh, you guys, I'll be
29
right back.
stocks.
Alright.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay, I think it's time for Proto's story. Anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright. So before I was in here, I had previously been a part of the PlayStation All-Stars community, which, is funny in itself already. I'm sure people are laughing, but I actually made podcasts for that game as well and played it competitively for about a year and a half. Uh, but that game died fairly quickly in comparison to many games that I was a part of before, like Blaze Blue, and tons of other games like traditional fighters, like Street Fighter, Blaze Blue,
Mhm.
all those games. But I come into this community. The way I actually got into this community was first the forums, um, and I had messaged this guy named Zaprix, and I think you guys know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zaprix
But,
was
old
originally
school.
FTO. He should be coming back soon, actually, I've heard.
Yeah, I messaged him about like tier lists, just general competitive things about the game, and I think it just turned out to like, hey, is there a Skype group? And then he was like, yeah, I'll just add you, and that's kind of how I got into the Skype group, I guess. And before this, actually, or during this, I was actually talking to TAC3 a lot about just recording, streaming, and stuff like that. And I don't know, we kind of became good friends off of just randomly PMing each other, and that's basically how it happened. But when I played, a lot of people sort of remember me for Goku, I guess, since I did play him within FTU. But outside of that, I played Ichigo a lot, and
Although originally I played Ichigo under another alias, well, many other aliases.
I definitely put myself under many different names, but I think the one that people sort of remember was CK.
Mhm.
And yeah, I kind of terrorized the community by just playing that character.
I
Not to say that I was good. I was just saying I kind of made people make forum posts, and
And Facebook posts.
I think the posts are still there. There was at least 10 forum
Yeah.
posts about who is this CK guy.
And
Why does he keep doing this?
It was about CK,
It's just-
the other alts, and Ichigo being broken.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your main mission was to like expose that Ichigo was broken and make everybody agree with it.
And the funny thing is, I was kind of wrong in the end because nothing really happened to him.
Yeah, it was only
which is the
side
funny
B.
part. Yeah, so I was wrong in that, and I think a lot of people still don't know about that, like that about me. People still question who is CK, and just as laid out here right now, it was me. I did all those awful things, I guess.
coming to you
to
live from the
people.
confession cast.
Tell me where
And,
Platonic Shadow touched you.
A lot of people didn't even know who Platonic Shadow was when I played on CK. I didn't even use that account really. It was only on Skype. The only people that I treated, I guess air quotes nicely, was like the ones in FTU, Gosick, Soldier, Trey, all these guys. I played them with Goku and literally just Goku, but outside of that, I definitely put the hurt on people with Ichigo. Not in a good way, but that's a confession I had to give out because I still regret it sort of, but it kind of just happened. And after that, I think I took like a 6-month break after I guess the first patch for 9B. I think I just left for 6 months and came back, and there's this thing called Slack, and I was like, I don't even know what this is. And I basically messaged like TAC3 after like 6 months of not even doing anything for SSF2, and was just like, where are you guys all at? Like, the Skype group's dead, and he's like, yeah, we're in Slack. And I'm like, oh, cool, what is this? And it's this freaking, like, the icon for it's a hashtag or a number. I don't even know what that is.
Pound symbol.
And it's like, it has red, yellow, green, and blue colors. Like,
What?
whoa.
It's a graphic designer's worst nightmare, basically.
Yeah.
Trey's worst nightmare.
But I got into Slack, and basically I've just been there the entire time. And I know a lot of people know me for my Goku, but I didn't start off with Goku. I started with Ichigo. And yeah, it's basically me. I'm not a very nice person, but I'm trying to now. So
I go by this principle ever since I've been on the internet. don't trust someone with a cute anime girl as a profile picture, because they're always an asshole.
Yeah. You know, a lot of people have, like, I have been asked out because people think I'm a girl with these pictures. And it's just
Well,
like,
remember
awkward.
How do
that
you look like in real
time?
life?
Are you in anime?
I remember when people thought Gosick was a girl.
Yeah.
That lasted for like 2 months, man.
That was great. Dude, guys, just to clarify, we're all dudes in this call. We are all guys.
Speak for yourself.
I'm
Self.
pretty sure I'm a guy. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure.
We are all dudes in here. Don't worry about
You can
it.
speak for yourself.
Cis
Oh, well
scum.
then.
Yeah, I've got a confession
Nice.
to make too. Nah, I'm joking. I'm a guy. Yeah,
No, all seriously though, I'm a guy.
I'm a man.
Serious.
I'm a guy. Serious.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
but
But yeah.
Is it my time to shine now?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I before starting this, I'd like to say that maybe I've had a impact on this community with my streams and whatnot. But
Your streams have definitely been very important on the growth of the community and keeping it alive.
Yeah.
Whether it be good or bad, whether it be salty or not, it was definitely a good thing.
yeah, I'd like to say that my streams weren't always this way because as Gosick, Tyler, I think those two, I think how they know is that I've been streaming with basically ever since I started streaming. I had no microphone. It was 9A, it was Sonic only, and it was on FD. Now that you should not be the best stream in the world. That should be the worst stream in the world because you're only playing on one stage with only Sonic music. You're listening to fucking Seaside Hill Zone all day with no microphone. And then I have
Can
to
we get some
pause.
VODs, man? Those were the best.
I have to pause to respond to the chat, and it was it was trash. It was electric trash. And then I guess okay. That's just basically how my streams were back in the day. But it's all different now because I've got a mic. I don't play fucking Sonic music all day, and then I play more than one character. So I guess I can say that I've been out of all the developers on this team, I would say that I'm the youngest in terms of getting into this game because I've only started with 8B, and the reason I started with 8B was because of how I got into the Smash scene, and my first ever competitive Smash Brothers match I ever watched was Fishit versus I'm forgetting the name. I think it was Swift or something like that. It was Evo 2012 Melee, and it was a Black DK round versus Fox, and I thought that was the coolest thing in the world of how they moved. My previous competitiveness before was third person and first person shooters, and I liked Melee because of how free the movement was and how much cool stuff you can do.
Mm.
So I was searching for an alternative, like Gosick's story and I think Traweezie's story and whatnot. That's basically how we all. That's like the same theme in everyone's story of how we're just
I thought this was Melee.
of how we're poverty and we can't afford a GameCube. So I played 8B, and since I was a big Sonic fan at the time, all I played was Sonic. And then I thought it was pretty cool, but it really didn't start until 9A came out. When 9A came out is really when I started, going into the competitiveness of Smash Flash 2.
Mm.
And I can still remember this day. I was playing in training mode on Jungle Hijinks as Sonic. I went to the platform. I double dropped on the platform. I side B'd to the left, and I canceled it with a Nair. That was the first advanced technique I ever learned. The side B cancel with Sonic. Considering it's the most broken one, I think that's that's kind of funny. And then I started practicing on there, doing side B cancels. I thought it was really cool, so I started posting videos of myself. It got good reception. And then I was like, oh, I might as well start streaming now. How do I stream? Oh, OBS? Alright. I started streaming, And then I can say, you know how I said before that the 5 main central communication chats were basically like Slack, Mibit, Skype, Anthers, and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
The 6th one is your dad's chat. That's where I got to know everybody, and
Like
it
your
really
dad's
helped.
stream chat, do you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the first original streamer of Smash Flash 2. He is the true OG when it comes to streaming.
Yeah.
And then I was a big fan of his. I was a really big fan. And then after it streamed, I just said, "Oh, I'm streaming Smash Flash 2." So I wasn't prepared, so I had to like put up OBS, like, "Oh, where's my Sonic music?" You know. And then,
Where'd I put that Sonic music?
Where's my Labyrinth Zone?
that's the best song on Sonic 1. It's like Starlight, Labyrinth, or Spring Yard.
Yeah.
Those are the top 3.
Tier
And
list
then,
of Sonic songs.
We could make it.
We can. For Sonic 1, anyway.
Yeah.
For Sonic Generations, it would be a bit harder.
Yeah, way harder.
And then, you know, I started streaming when your dad watched, and I was really nervous. I was like, I wasn't getting my tech skill right. I wasn't, hitting him. But your dad said, this guy is so cool. How is he pressing all these buttons? Capital O underscore lowercase o. And when I saw that, I was like, my hero, my idol just said I was the best, and I'm so cool. I gotta start doing this more often. And then I started streaming more often. I got a mic, and then it just all jumped from there, I guess. There's a lot of stuff that I missed, but that's just how I got started.
I personally remember your dad's streams because I went there one time and he was like the only Naruto I saw that wasn't all about the side B. He was, he was using forward air, and he played him like he actually had some good, fun, like, knowledge of the character, and that was kind of cool. Because before Naruto got ruined for me, I was like, he's really cool, but it's difficult to see him played well. And yeah, I remember he had your baby on the chat. But that was pretty cool too. But yeah, I miss his streams because they were a really chill thing, and I think yours, it fills that void he kind of left too.
Yes, now 2 voids left. What the? And
Most of my memories versus your dad was just playing him on stream. Yeah, that's pretty much all I remember, and it was kind of competitive, but I didn't really meet people there. I kind of weaved in and out. I kind of just played one match and then left.
I
That
remember
was
staying
pretty
up.
much my experience.
Oh, sorry. Is that?
Yeah, that was pretty much my experience with this stream.
I remember staying up till 1 a.m. watching your dad stream, and then SoldierSunday going, I'm streaming, and I was like, well, looks like I'm not sleeping tonight.
Yeah. There's like a couple other things that I missed regarding my history with it. The one thing that got me into this game was the local matches between Zolosis and Zapscam in 8B and 9A. Do you guys remember those?
Yeah. That's when we
Yeah,
all
I
thought
do
Zolosis
remember
was
that.
going to be the best online player,
Yeah.
like before online came out.
That was very influential because it's like high level local 9A in 8B. That's probably the coolest thing I could ever imagine at the time. And then you got Smash Flash Central, the better version of your dad and Pietro.
Mm.
Yeah. 9A Locals was like, still to this day, Locals in Smash Flash 2 was like a rare thing. Mainly because of like issues regarding setting up controllers and whatnot. Oh, and fucking the big thing in my life for my history, Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana. Dude, the greatest Smash Flash 2 tournament of all time because it's the only one. And that's where I met Tag 3 in real life for the first time. And then I got fourth in that tournament, losing to Tag 3 in a very casual set. But your dad never mailed me that goddamn controller that he's supposed to. He never did.
Was
That's why
that
he left the community. He just left so he didn't have to send
Yeah,
you
he's like,
the-
I don't have
the
to fucking spend this
controller.
money.
was that the very first SSF2 0.9B tournament?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
And it was
pretty
the
sure.
dev mode too, because 9D wasn't out at the time.
Mm.
That you
Yeah.
can tell it was the dev mode because of the golden falcon color.
Yeah, because I remember watching that a long time ago, and I remember this one dude with like this gigantic, massive like afro. I was like, who is that, and why is he good at this game? But yeah, that was that was pretty cool.
I think that tournament kind of like made Tac 3 known as a really good player. I think through his videos, some people knew that he had a pretty good Falcon, but after he got first at that tournament, we all kind of hyped him up as the best player. And
Yeah.
I think he was the first like
The
unanimous
first best
people
player.
thought the first best player. Like people thought he was the best player for a time.
Mhm.
And I still think he's a very good player now. It's just he's not very active.
Yeah. The first time, the funny thing, I was listening to your story, Proto, of how you met Tag 3. I was gonna bring up mine, but I guess now I can. The first time I met Tag 3 is when I saw his video. Sometimes you just gotta have fun with it, where he was playing Falcon, 9A Falcon on Yoshi's Store, and he was doing really cool combos.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, okay, you want to make a Captain Falcon combo video together, like collab? Since I have a good Falcon, I sent him some clips, right? Then he told me, wow, your Falcon's amazing. I would love to do this project with you. It never happened. It never fucking happened. But that's how I met Tag 3, and we started, hanging out, and now we're really good friends.
Yeah.
Sappy shit. The notebook shit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think I have a good relationship with Tac 3 as well. We always try to be in a call, and Cali, Kings of Cali.
Cali.
Kings of Cali.
Smash Flash 2 is generally, I'd say, West Coast based, because there's a lot of West Coast players. The
There
Midwest
are quite a bit of West Coast.
The Midwest does have a lot of influence regarding the Smash Flash 2 competitive community, because you got your dad, me, someone else, and then with East Coast you got TylerTM, Afro. I'm trying to remember old school people. That's why.
Okay.
I mean, I'm East
Old
Coast
school East Coast
Scotland,
players,
so...
they were not very common. Old school East Coast players, they were very scarce
Yeah.
in amount.
And then overseas has a really big influence on the competitive community as well. Jammy,
Europe.
Gosick, Lunary.
Can't forget Araka. Araka was like one of the first top tier
Yeah.
players. Like people in the beginning, people were very what's the word I'm looking for? Okay, I'll just reword it. In the beginning, people would have different player ratings all the time.
Mhm.
Like 1 week, X player would be number 1 in the game, and this carried on until like Kyods came out or something. But Araka was like the only player, well, one of the only players that you would ever see, like always be in the top of people's minds.
Yeah. His Pikachu was really good. That's the first ever public match I uploaded. Was me versus Araka's Link.
Oh, and Reimu.
And
Reimu's- I think he's East Coast, right?
Ramu's Canada.
Ramu's Canada.
Canada.
Oh, Thanks, Cruisin'. Jesus.
We had a
So-
lot of Canadian players too.
Yeah, the the geographical locations of the community is very diverse.
Which also affects the local tournament scene as well.
Yeah,
For a short
since-
while, we also had some Korean players too.
Yeah, you got Jellybean
Yeah,
412
granted.
and Weedy Tanark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those guys were actually very good. Very notable, I think, with the characters they did play.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jelly was the first Tails that would Tails
Tails
dash
dash.
100% of the time. He was the
I think he was definitely like the first contender for best Tails when he did play.
yeah.
And now it's Chaos Zero for best
Yeah.
tails. And I think they both play the same color. No. Jellybean
Yeah,
was
they do.
neutral tails, I think.
Yeah,
I was
think
purple
so.
tails.
Mm.
I think I still have the matches up on my YouTube channel. If anybody
You
wants
probably
to.
do.
Yeah. If you guys want to take a look at that.
Speaking of, if you guys want to plug your channels or anything, you can feel free to.
Follow me at twitch.tv/SoldierSunday.
Follow me at twitch.tv/basalteries.
Oh, that's the one I was
Oh,
thinking
yeah.
of, Basalteries. That's the first name.
Basalteries, dude. That was the Twitch account.
Yeah, that's the
There
name
it
I
is.
first heard you.
Yeah.
My dogs are bitching at me, dude.
Yeah.
My
They're like,
dog's
come on.
asleep.
My Twitch is twitch.tv/ProtonicShadow. Yeah. I don't stream very often, but if I do, you're gonna hear a lot of Japanese music. So,
You're going
You
to
don't
hear a
like
mix
it,
of thrash
Rip.
metal, K-pop, and indie rock if you ever tune into my stream.
rip.
Traweezie's not here, but it's twitch.tv/Rega. REAGAH.
My personal channel, because I can't stream because my internet is terrible. YouTube, X Afro Warrior X, because I was like 12 when I made that. And yeah.
Made that name?
Well, made that name and had the additional X's attached to it.
Oh, yeah, the Call of Duty.
Yeah.
The Xbox Live.
Yeah. Yep. Not my proudest moment. But, yeah.
And then, with the history of everyone covered, is that since 9B was so big at the time, everybody was basically practicing 9A. Of course, there were going to be tournaments, for Smash Flash too, and those had a really big impact on the competitive community. They still do, but ever since Anthers took over, the tournaments right now have been stagnant.
Tournaments are very stale right now.
Mhm.
There's no new talent cropping up. It's always the same players doing the exact same things, making the exact same faults in their play, etc.
Yeah, but that did shape the community very well. Cause then, if you want to look back at the old, replays, we played like ass. Everyone did,
Mhm.
including me. I played less ass, but everybody else was playing more ass than me. And then, I think we can look through the tournament. I think we can look through the tournament history really quick. I'm just gonna look up challenge. Well,
I
what is
could
your
look through a tournament
experience?
history, but
What is your experience with tournaments, Afro? The first tournament you've ever been in online and so on and so forth. Your top placing, if you remember.
Let me look that up actually, because I've tried to skip tournaments because like I kind of hate being known, I guess. But
I know how you feel,
yeah,
man. I know how you feel.
it's like a lot of pressure on you. It's not like super cool or anything. But the first like tournament I was in was apparently an SSF2 tourney hosted by Gangstark, and it was a 9-player double elimination. September 5th, 2014, and that's the only one that I actually won. Of course, that was IRC too, but Let me go through my challenge here.
Yeah, while he's doing
Um,
that, we can think of just players overall that's won. So, regarding online tournaments, there's always been a top player winning tournaments back
There's always been a favorite going into a tournament.
back to back.
He is pretty much a meme, as much as I hate that word now, but the first player to be considered the best at the game was Negrilla.
Right,
And we all genuinely
Yeah.
believed he was the best.
right. I did.
For
I
a
thought
good
he
amount
was
of
really
time,
good.
he was considered the best for quite a long time.
I think it wasn't
not
until...
not too long, but for definitely a good amount of time, he was considered the best, and he won. I mean, he won with DK a lot, and DK wasn't exactly a character that was familiar to us. We definitely knew like our Marths, I guess, Ichigos. Sorry, but like DK wasn't exactly a character you would see multiple people use, so it was definitely a shocker to us when pretty much everyone who played him lost. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I can put the blame on T-Sun for DK's recovery. Because like when we were playing online before before 9B was released, I was talking to T-Sun about it. Don't you think DK's recovery is a little bit too good? He's like, no, it's fine. You can just dare it. I was like, oh,
no, you can just dare it.
that's fine. So we can all put the blame
And
on
it's
T-Sun.
like-
Not me.
Okay.
From the abyss.
I think the point where we started like going, wait a sec, is I think it was either Zaporix or Traweezie first said in the FT Escape group. He was like, okay, Nog, shut up, your ego is way too big, DK is legitimately broken. And then
I think
after that,
yeah.
Traweezie responded with, because it was either Zap or Traweezie that stated it originally, but then Traweezie said that he'd prove it by picking up DK for a week and then beating Negrilla handily with it in a DK battle.
Mm-hmm.
So Negrilla had been playing DK for what, like a month?
Yeah.
Like, and just stomping everyone.
He's like, I made the character. I am the
Yeah,
Green DK.
Traweezie just picked him up on his own, because Traweezie wasn't actually practicing with any of us at that time, was he? He was just playing randoms.
Yeah.
And then he, what was it? It was like a best of 5 set. And then he just like stomped Nog.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it wasn't even like it was exactly close. Traweezie legitimately stomped him. Like, and it was a big shocker to us because, we considered Nog this, like, not exactly god, but, like, a player who would at least put up a fight. And he just got stopped.
Yeah, dude. The Muhammad Ali, the Joe Frazier.
Mm.
We
Yeah.
all expected Traweezie to do well because we've played Traweezie in other fighting games and he's really, really good.
Yeah.
We obviously wanted him to win, and that happened.
No,
for
Gorilla
sure.
wasn't exactly like the most liked character in the community.
He wasn't as bad.
Yeah,
He wasn't as badly hated as he came to be, but yeah.
He was definitely a villain. People considered him a villain.
Yeah. People didn't want to see him win anymore.
And I think really just after that he just left.
He picked up Fox, then Sheik, did trash with both of them, then left.
Yeah. I think his fire went out after the patch, and
Yeah, he just stopped
he's
winning.
not exactly here anymore. Yeah.
And then the big tournament losses against him was actually when I won against him. Reverse. Oh my god. So the thing is that I've been in the tournament community for a long time, right?
Because
As
you're
a
one of the
top-
first to get the
Yeah.
original Nene build.
Mm.
As a
Not
top
Nene,
player,
NB, sorry.
I don't think I was like considered the best for the tournaments, but since I wasn't winning anything, but I was considered like smart.
You were considered good in the beginning, but then you started top 3 in every single tournament that you went to. So.
Yeah. And then No Gorilla has always been a demon of mine. He's always won against me pre-patch because of fucking Fox DK. I can't gimp pre-patch DK with Fox. And then it's pretty much impossible. But then I picked up Link, right, as an alternative. But the thing is, I never used Boomerang as Link because it's legitimately broken. As in, the knockback is too much, and the wind isn't supposed to work like that. So I don't use Boomerang. Still, I don't. But then I picked up Link as an alternative to DK because I did pretty well versus Weedy Tanark in one tournament. And then as that happened, I went through the tournament and I was doing pretty well. So it went like this. I don't remember the tournament name, but I had to play no Gorilla. I went Samus one game, and the thing was a best of 3. And then I went Link the second game because I lost. And then I lost those 2 games, so I was in losers bracket. I stomped through everyone because I was on a mission. And then I had to play no Gorilla in grand finals. The thing is, I never win against him in grand finals. The funny thing is that I reversed 6-0'd no Gorilla finally after all these tournament losses, and he tried everything. He just wasn't going DK anymore. He was going Sheik. He was like complaining mid-match. He was complaining mid-set about Link, even though I never used like side B in my life. Side B is the thing he should be complaining about, but I don't use it, so he can't. And he had to complain about something that he wasn't really
Back throw.
back throw. The thing is, with back throw, it's a kill move for Link in this game. Unlike Melee, Brawl, Smash 4, the works.
Mm-hmm.
It's a kill throw in this game. And then, the thing is that he was complaining about it because he wasn't DIing it right. The thing is, he was DIing it up and in. You gotta DI it up and away to live, like, at 80 to 100%. So my main game plan is never be above DK, always have DK above you, and play at the ledge. And back throw down tilt, the Weedy combo. That's old school. The Weedy combo, back throw down tilt, because it always kills DK. They want to jump, but they can't because they get down tilted. And then, yeah, I reversed 6-0 no Gorilla, and that was the first time I ever, beat my demon that handily. And then the reign of Negrilla just stopped. He was like, man, fuck this.
Well, it took a few tournaments. It wasn't just one tournament that stopped him.
Yeah. He was like,
It
man,
took a few.
this
He
will-"
definitely tried to keep fighting, but he kind of just got smacked.
Soon more people were taking games off of him rather than just me.
Yeah, more and more people. I think it started to get to his head a little bit.
I actually managed to take a game off of him in DK Kirby, which at the time was considered a bad matchup. I mean, I might be bad now, but back then I was really bad. Like, I got towed by Electric Crash.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
Speaking of which, that guy.
I don't think Electric Crash was that important in the history of the game, honestly.
Damn.
I think my tourney experience relates to him a lot because the one tournament that I ever won was with him.
Oh, the
Yeah, it
doubles
was that.
tournament.
The doubles tournament where he played Kirby and would up B to his death every time.
He always tried to Kirby side people.
Yeah, and people thought I was like this random Ichigo player. But I think you guys sort of remember this, but I did play Sheik pretty much exclusively in doubles.
Yeah.
I know.
And
I remember there was a time where you only main Sheik, you didn't play any other character.
yeah, there was a time, not very long, but I won that. I don't even want to say his name. I won that tournament.
If you
I
watch
guess
the
we won.
replays, like if they're anywhere, it's very obvious that it was literally all Proto.
I had 3 stocks. Electric Crash had 0. The other 2 had 4 in total.
Okay, in total, yeah.
So there was just no way. I thought I had lost. I think, like, I played Trey and Gosick, and Trey being TAC 3, of course. And I don't know if you remember that match, but You guys pretty much just ganged up on Electric Crash the entire time and just kept killing me.
Yeah,
And that's not
our
a
game
bad
plan
strat.
was, we discussed it beforehand. Our game plan was, if we focus Electric Crash, right, and we manage to kill him a bunch because it's going to be easy, he's going to use all of your stocks.
Yeah. And I literally screamed at Electric Crash. Do not press, at the time, backspace, because that was what his pause button was set to. Do not press that button, no matter what you do. Just
And
let
that's
me
kind of when
play.
me and Trey's game plan fell apart, because we didn't know how to combo Sheik as Double Peach.
Yeah.
And I knew how to press fair, so that went well. But and I think grand finals, I don't even remember anymore. I was so angry in that tournament. I barely remember anything. And I still won. I guess, I was just so mad that I won. Which is kind of weird. But yeah, that was my tournament experience. I never entered a tourney ever again in my life.
Yeah.
I kind of just quit
Will you
tournaments after
ever?
that.
Will you ever enter another tournament?
I think an offline one seems very appealing to me. I would definitely try for an offline one, but right now I'm not very motivated to join any tournaments. Yeah.
Yeah, you and the Cali guys have to make a local Smash Bros. 2 thing one day. There's too many
I
of
would
you
love
not
to.
do that. There's Mega Man.
There are quite a lot of us.
Yeah.
There's at least 10 of us, all together. There are so many of us.
Mhm.